Hello everyone and welcome to Dragon Ball Super Thoughts on Dragon Ball Super episode 58. This is a stormy day for me, but hey, let's continue on. Anyways, first things first is the recap. Of course, here is the episode for the recap because, well, it's the previous episode. And hopefully it won't take you all the way back to the beginning, but I don't think so. It's going to take you to the point of where most likely the tournament starts, something brand new. But anyways, we're going to start off by Zamasu. And I forgot his name, so now I remember his name, the guy who knows everything. His name is Zuno. Really need to remember that name. But anyways, Zuno is now kind of at cross-chop point because Zamasu wants to know everything. So, about the Dragon Balls. So he basically gets to have the big rundown about what we got in the previous episode for Bulma and Jacko. Jacko hasn't been there in a long while, has he? But anyways, yeah, so they basically he got the same speech that he did for those two. And well, Zamasu strikes because he's like, this is boring knowledge. Tell me how to use them. And that's what he basically did, is tell them how to use them. The fact that you have to speak in the name of the gods and make a wish. Previously, the subs actually said that it was supposed to be blah 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 blah, easy peasy lemon squeezy. But in this one, in this subber person who does it, he decides to say instead of easy peasy lemon squeezy, it's pretty peas. Yes, so I don't know, it switches every so often, or it could be just the two subbers. I don't really know. If it was only one subber, I could actually understand, but I don't know if there's just a change every single time. But anyways, Zuno said, okay, that is all the questions you get to ask, and then all of a sudden, there's the crop chop ready to get him yet again. So he has to continue on informing him, actually, where is the Dragon Balls now? Where are they located? And he told him, well, their luster is gone. The light that's from them are gone, so you're not going to be able to find them only in a cockroach lifespan. And well, he's like, what is that? And he's like, oh my gosh, 1 year, man, 1 year. In 1 year you can find them. So Zamasu decides to ask, I already know he asked where the orbs are now. Now he asked for their locations and also of what about Goku. So he wants to ask exactly everything he knows about Goku. And that most likely actually equals a red flag. So you'll get the red flag in a later amount. But for right now, meanwhile, we got freaking Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks. They're knocked the frick out. They're laying in the living room. So they carried them to the living room and they got revived by the sensu beans. And they were all greeted by the three freeloaders. That was what she called them. Freeloaders, young Trunks, and also Bulma. So Goku is now up and about, and he's ready for round 2, and then Bulma, which of course the three wombats will thumb this down. Bulma goes berserk saying, oh my gosh, no, you're not going back out there. For Pete's sake, you left something in the bathroom, which it turns out he actually left the sensu beans in the bathroom. So that's amazing. Yeah, so he could actually have stayed in the future if Goku didn't forget about the sensu beans. But on the other hand, if they stayed in the future, they wouldn't actually get the point of where they're going in this episode. But anyways, we got more of Bulma, what's going on. And then finally, we get a debrief of what happens. So we get a debrief. Well, they get a debrief. So they get to talk about that Dark Goku wasn't alone. He got Zamasu with him. And they're like, oh, what? And it's like, not only that, but he's freaking immortal. What? And then they also said Dark Goku can turn Super Saiyan. And he had to actually ask Vegeta. Goku was asking the Vegeta, what did he call it? He said Rose. And it's like, yeah, Super Saiyan Rose, or Rose Super Saiyan. So yeah, Bulma actually ridicules the fact of Dark Goku has a weird way of naming things. But anyways, Goku wants to go. He wants to go and battle again. And Bulma's like, didn't you hear me? I said, wait a minute, hold up. And Vegeta's like, how? How are we going to go? How are we going to defeat him? How? And Goku comes up with this idea. They will become immortal as well. And of course, everyone's like, what? But of course, it's like, now this is where continuity comes an issue. Of course, I guess Vegeta might have forgot of his evil ways, but it's like, come on, Vegeta. Remember way back when you actually wanted to use the Dragon Balls to become immortal? I'm shocked that he didn't actually make a little joke about that. You know, that would have been a nice little throwaway. The fact of the joke is like, hey, we could just do what I wanted to do when I first came to Earth. But anyways, Goku's idea was to eat sensu beans. And yeah, then again, you also have Bulma again saying, oh, the sensu beans are left in the bathroom. It's like, oh, come on, Bulma, let it go. Everyone is like, what? And well, Vegeta's like, dude, you know how many sensu beans it's going to take for us to become that powerful? But of course, me personally, I'm like, I think the sensu beans won't do anything. Will they? I mean, it's kind of like when you use a potion on a Pokemon that's fully healed. It doesn't do anything, which is like, Pokemon need to get on that. That would be fun. Anyways, Bulma says how he left them. Yeah, he continues on with the part of where he left the sensu beans. Come on, Bulma, get over it. Anyways, oh yeah, 3 wombats, go ahead, thumbs it down, whatever. Anyways, Trunks tells May and the others outside that the other version of her is still alive. But sadly, she didn't come. The other kids, well, you have Pilaf and you have Shu, who are, and also Trunks, who are like, May is strong. She will make it without you. She can survive. She is good. And you got Trunks, who says he will do his best to try to actually go back and save everyone. And Beerus, Whis, and Supreme Kai, they show up. Wow, they show up. Amazing. They show up. So, remember the red flag I was talking about? That's what they came for. So they came to see Goku. Well, Supreme Kai came to see Goku because he has something to tell him. The 3 get to have some dessert, and you have Supreme Kai who's like, what is this? While the other 2 are just chowing down. So the great sage Zuno, which I forgot his name, sorry about that, he wanted Goku to know that Zamasu asked about things. He asked about the Super Dragon Balls, and he asked about Goku. Then we got a meanwhile. So meanwhile this is happening, you have Goasu, who's all alone. And there's no more tea. So he tries to call Zamasu, but he's nowhere to be found. Anyways, we're going back to Earth, and they get a debrief as well, and Bulma wants to know how to defeat a god, even though it's like, oh, thank goodness, yeah, she wasn't actually there. That's the good news. She wasn't actually there to hear it. So basically, Goku knows how to defeat a god. We all remember that. What happens to defeat a god was to destroy the Kai. That's, yeah, because they're linked. So yeah, definitely got to find that episode and link that, because I'm not really quoting it as good as I could. But anyways, yeah, so Goku knows. He didn't actually tell him because he said he's going to keep it a secret. So I guess that's a good continuity bumper from the previous one. That was kind of like, oh, Vegeta, you could have made a joke. Anyways, Beerus wants to know why are Zamasu and Dark Goku, why their Kai is so similar. And Supreme Kai is like, well, coincidence perhaps. And then we have Whis, who knows. He thinks Zuno told the future. At least that's what I think that was happening. But anyways, reality, what Whis talks about is that he's in search of absolute power. Zamasu is. So the Super Dragon Balls are needed for it. And Goku figured that part out. Yeah, that's a smart move, Goku. Zamasu made Dark Goku, apparently. Or he actually made Goku turn into Dark Goku. And a copy of Goku was created, or at least it was a copy of it. I don't really know. It's kind of a little bit of a head scratcher. Of course, you do need to know that chances are, okay, I might have to do some recap on that one of how Dark Goku became real. But anyways, let's continue on, shall we? He also wished for immortality, which I already figured that part out. So Bulma is like, so he has to wait a year for the Super Dragon Balls, right? That's kind of long. And Beerus is like, the time rings. He's going to use the time rings to go forward in time to make his wish. And of course, you also have the question of why Dark Goku has one of them. And well, Goku's like, he must have borrowed it, right? And Trunks says something awful most likely had to occur, which I thought of that as well. That Goasu, and you can actually hear that in the previous videos, where Goasu is going to get freaking taken down by freaking Zamasu, or heck, even Dark Goku. So yeah, that's messed up. And of course, we got Bulma again, who's like, oh, well, Goku, you were thinking so positively and so smartly a minute ago. Now I have to do this for you? Okay, fine then. And she pieces it together for Goku. So Goku wants to see Zamasu for himself because, well, he still thinks Zamasu is a nice guy. And Whis actually worries about Goasu because he's now on the hit list for Zamasu. And Vegeta didn't come along this time because he's like, Zamasu is some hothead Big Bang theorist. I think that's what he said. So we go back into another dimension, not the future. I don't think it's the future anymore. We got Mei and Yajirobe, and outside, they were outside, but they went to safety, went into the bunker, the underground. And the people were losing hope because of the recent defeat of Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks. And Mai actually has to keep their hopes alive, so that's what she was doing. And also, funny enough, Yajirobe is hungry. So they go to Goasu. Yeah, you have Goku, Whis, Beerus, and Supreme Kai going to Goasu. Goasu actually has to make his own tea right now. And, well, Zamasu is missing. And Goku tells that he kind of spills the beans saying that because Goasu asks, is he in trouble? Is he doing something messed up? And Goku says, well, he's messing up the future. And then Beerus punched him because it's like, yeah, you shouldn't have told him that. But Beerus and Goasu actually has a little talk saying, has Zamasu talked about anything on justice or something like that? And Goasu says, well, he has some doubts on the boy. He thinks, the crazy part is that he was talking and he says, well, I think he now, because it's been going on for many times now, we ask, what is a god? What is the duties? Everything else. But he's like, I think I finally cleared up his mind. His mind is clear. And all of a sudden, Zamasu is walking. He's walking and he opens the door as if he's the evil freaking damn butler. Or he's someone who's like, hiya, pal. I have some tea for you. And it turns out the tea is poisonous. But anyways, we have Goasu is happy to see Goku or everyone with a big smile on his face. That technically kind of shows that he is evil. Oh man, he's a crooked man. He is messed up. And that is where we leave the episode, is where Goasu actually is just right there saying, hello, everyone. So this episode is very, very good. It's after the whole inciting episode for 57. That was an exciting episode. This one is just one to make it continue on with the mystery of Dark Goku and Goasu. We already know what Goasu did. The only thing I'm kind of confused of is what happens with Dark Goku. And of course, since in the future though, I don't think any of that actually happens. But I guess, crazy enough, is that even the past can affect the future. So that means Zamasu, technically in that dimension, couldn't have actually met Goku before. That's the funny part. It's like, he couldn't have actually met Goku before. But in the present, he actually did meet Goku and actually got this idea. So I guess it could still continue on. The past can continue on creating some messed up future. But I guess the crazy fact is, if they did defeat everyone, but oh my gosh, they wrecked this. This is another dimension, folks. This is not a freaking future timeline. This is a freaking another dimension. Because then it's like, well, if they fix stuff in the past, that means that the present should be same old, same old. It should be the same. But it's not the same. So I don't know. This is just a different timeline. This is not, it's a different timeline. It's not the same timeline. It has to be a different timeline. But it's still affected from what happens in the past. That's the funny part. Is like, somehow it's affected by the past. Even though technically the Zamasu from the timeline where Trunks is from, he can technically actually revive that Goku. And well, the Goku killed King Cold and Mecha Frieza. So technically, you can feed upon that part where he actually killed those people. But I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for another Thoughts on Dragon Ball Super. Have a great day.